Greetings. Happy full moon in Cancer. This is a very Cancer Capricorn full moon with 4 planets in Capricorn, including the sun and the moon in Cancer with Jupiter. Cancer is, of course, a very watery, sensitive, feeling oriented sign, while that Capricorn energy brings in a sense of heaviness, seriousness, and responsibility. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Saturday, January 3rd. So excited because this full moon is on my birthday. So I get to celebrate with you all, and in more ways than one, with the Cancer energy of feelings. And so with this full moon energy, something is coming to fruition, something is culminating, which is the nature of a full moon. And when we have that energy of completion or fruition that comes halfway through the moon cycle with that full moon, something is being revealed. We have the opportunity to notice or become aware or become conscious of something that maybe previously we couldn't quite see or we didn't really fully know. And so it's that stepping into knowing, and that is the invitation. Of course, we can decline any invitation, right? So when the planets bring us an opportunity, we always have the choice to say, "No, thanks, I don't want to take advantage of that opportunity." But if we do want to take advantage of the opportunity to leverage our own well-being, our own empowerment, our own stepping into our truth and becoming more of who we are here to be, if we want to leverage that, we can really look to the planets for a deeper understanding of what the opportunity is, what the specific invitation is. And so, with this full moon in Cancer, the invitation is to feel. The invitation is to know through our, not through our senses so much, but to know through our feelings, to know through our intuition, to know through the deeper places where we know things before we can articulate them. And that's water energy. With Cancer, the energy of feeling is also what supports the energy of healing. Feeling is healing. And so when we are safe, and Cancer also has to do with home and safety and feeling safe and our ability to feel safe. When we feel that sense of safety, we can do our healing work. And quite literally in our nervous systems, when we are activated, right? When we are on that sympathetic fight or flight nervous system, alert, ready to do what we need to do, we are not in healing mode. And so to get into healing mode, we want to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest system. And when we are doing that part of the activation, we can heal. And so in that space of rest and digest, we need safety, right? So when we feel unsafe, our sympathetic nervous system kicks in, where we feel like we might need to defend or protect ourselves. So through activating the parasympathetic, we have that sense of safety where we can rest. And when we can rest, that tells our body, wow, do that deeper work of regenerating cells, of getting that blood pumping to the deeper places of nourishment and getting more of the nutrition from our foods and doing that deeper place of regeneration work. So we want that parasympathetic. It's essential to our long-term healing and ability to sustain ourselves day to day. It's, we absolutely have to balance that sympathetic activation with parasympathetic activation. And Cancer energy very specifically speaks to what makes us feel safe so that we can do that deeper healing work of nourishment, of regeneration. And unsurprisingly, the energy of Cancer is associated with the energy of mothering. And it's not gender specific, right? It's a vibe. So that energy of caring and nurturing and feeling loved, not according to your gender, but according to that ability to create a space of nurturing and that feeling of safety. So that the Cancer energy serves that purpose of helping us to feel safe. And when we feel safe, we literally do the healing work. Our bodies go into healing mode. We go into repair. We go into regeneration. We go into deep health and wellness. The places where we reclaim health and wellness. Not that we can have control over that, but we can support those processes. And Cancer energy asks what makes you feel safe so that you can rest and regenerate and repair and heal and care for yourself so that you can sustain your energy in the long run, which is, to do the things you're here to do. So that's Cancer. Cancer is about safety. Now, um, not the places that are supposed to be safe don't always feel safe, right? Sometimes the home, it might feel, at a very basic level, your home might feel chaotic or messy or like, that's an extra place of stress where things aren't really comfortable for me. Or of course, home in its hardest uh, manifestation, homes can truly feel unsafe. So, how do we work on creating safety for ourselves and in our homes? And how can we do that for ourselves? So, think about what is nurturing to you, how to create a safe home base, a safe environment where you can rest, where you can regenerate. And now you can see how you don't even have to have a lot of extra time for your self-care. It's simply creating a nourishing environment or choosing nourishment that helps you feel safe. Choosing, you know, something that helps you experience cleanliness or flow or spaciousness. So whatever that is for you, and of course it takes time to get there, right? It involves changing patterns, which involves attention and making choices and shifting our behaviors and all of those things. So that, for example, like if a messy house is your issue, you have that extra devote that extra time and energy and resources to create the safe space. That might be the thing that you don't have to, if you do something deeper, you don't have to maintain it quite as much, right? It doesn't take quite as much to maintain a space that's inherently better organized, for example. So, how can you attend to your environment to create safe, nourishing places for yourself and environments and times in your day and all of that so that you can experience your parasympathetic activation, do the healing work that your body already knows how to do, and have that experience of rest and regeneration on a regular basis without having to put your entire life on hold and, take time out to do your specific self care practices, which of course it's good to do those too. And but this is about how you create that feeling of safety for yourself so that those practices work even better when you do them, right? And maybe you have even more of a feeling of self-care even when you're not doing your specific dedicated self-care practices. So that's what we want to think about with this Cancer full moon, especially with these 4 planets in Capricorn that are really saying, how are you looking at the foundations? How do you need to get organized? Where do you need to be responsible to yourself and your own needs? Because that helps you be more engaged and active with the energy you need to be who you are in the world, to shine your light, to do good things, right? And be your best self and all of that. So, how can you think about where your needs uh, could be met in more effective and efficient ways, which are both really powerful Capricorn words, effective and efficient. We like to be organized. We like to have that energy of what will sustain us as things move forward. So, creating those strong, strong foundations of self care that is becomes part of your automatic everyday life and makes things easier and more effective. When you're choosing to do dedicated self care time, and also when you're not, that can be more nourishing as well. So we also have Venus, Sun, Mars all conjunct together in within a couple of degrees of Capricorn. So that conjunction of the action energy of Mars in Capricorn says, put things in place, take those action steps that help you build those foundations. And Venus reminds us to remember what we value. What is valuable, what is meaningful, what makes us feel good, what brings pleasure into our life, and how does that connect with safety, right? Pleasure and safety. It's hard to experience pleasure when you don't feel safe, and pleasure can also create a feeling of safety. They kind of play off of each other. So beauty, having artwork or things you really like in your environment, really choosing the things that are nourishing to you. And maybe we all can't have 100% of what we want all the time, but you can think about priorities, right? You can think about look around. Look around your home environment, your office environment, wherever your focus is, and ask yourself, what is one thing that I could do that would make this feel more nourishing, more safe, and more beautiful and pleasurable for me? And maybe that could be a gift that you give yourself for this Cancer full moon, because something is being illuminated, something is being revealed. There's an opportunity. Remember, if we choose to take it or not, that opportunity is there to see more clearly what's going to help us feel safe and nurtured at those deeper levels. Perfect timing as we begin the new year and sort of take our first steps here into 2026 and think about what is going to be sustaining and nourishing for us in the long haul, and how can we make those choices with this full moon to choose something that's going to be a gift for each of us that keeps on giving as the year moves on. So there's some birthday thoughts for you and some Cancer full moon thoughts. And I wish you all the very best, of course, in the coming year. If you would like more insight into your highlights for 2026, I have for just a few more days available the 2026 highlights mini readings. And I've been doing them. They are super fun, super illuminating. So you never know. Everybody is different, and each person's chart reveals a different area of focus. So it's super fun to see what that is for each person and to see what it is for you. It's just $45 and you book a time on my calendar. I record your mini reading and email it to you so that you have that and can download it. And then, of course, if you are a paid subscriber at transformationalastrology.com, you get $10 off. So all the links will be in the description for this video. I'm Marina Orms. Thank you so much for joining me. I also have a wonderful guided meditation for the Capricorn or the Cancer full moon, and it's called choosing to care. So powerful choices we have with this energy, and it can guide you in connecting with your own inner wisdom about what's true and what's most healthy and healing for you in your wholeness. Thanks for being here, and thanks for subscribing. If you have already, I appreciate you. And if you haven't yet, maybe today is the day to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for being here, and I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Happy full moon.